Today's passage is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse 39 to 45. Some of you will have heard Bishop June's last sermon to us at her farewell service on the 30th of November, when she spoke about the statue by Elizabeth Frink called the Walking Madonna, which stands outside the door of Salisbury Cathedral. Today's passage reminds me of that statue. It comes from the other end of Mary's life, near the beginning, whereas I think the statue depicts her after the whole Jesus event is over, as an older woman, mature and more secure in herself. But I'm reminded, partly because Luke tells us how Mary set out on a journey on foot to the hill country of Judea to visit her cousin Elizabeth. The statue at Salisbury is in walking boots, striding out full of purpose across the cathedral close towards the world beyond and away from the church building behind her. So we can picture the young Mary, full of trepidation, no doubt, expecting her child, braving the wagging tongues of gossip, and setting out to find strength and companionship with her cousin Elizabeth, who had also set the tongues wagging with her very late pregnancy, and also had a strange story of conception to tell. I wonder if Mary's step was perhaps a little more secure, a little less anxious, when she returned home from that visit to Nazareth, having had that time with Elizabeth and that conversation about the ways of God. In a few days' time, we will be thinking about another journey which Mary took, this time with Joseph to Bethlehem. Another journey full of trials at the end of her pregnancy, but with no welcome, no warmth, and no safe haven on arrival. I want to share with you a poem by Nicholas Lely about Mary's visit to Elizabeth. Nicholas Lely brilliantly brings to life, very realistically, many a biblical scene. The poem is called Beautiful Feet, an allusion to Isaiah's prophecy, "How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news." By the time she reached Elizabeth, they were filthy. There were blisters and scratches from knocks on the road. Her cousin sent a servant to fetch towels and water quickly. But they were beautiful for all their bloody scratches, those feet hurrying through the Judean countryside. Never in all the marching of all the boots of all the world's armies did feet bear such glad tidings of peace and a people's deliverance. They were beautiful, those insubstantial, untested, youthful feet that carried a world's unbirthed redemption swiftly through the land. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.